Over here trying hard to manipulate Bill, y'all. Tell my son she can't sleep in there. I said, girl, if you don't get on somewhere. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chester for the Bold and Beautiful December 9, 2024. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Look, I said tonight's episode. Y'all remember when it used to come on at nighttime? But yeah, okay, who we gonna start with first? Because you on one hand, you got Luna over here talking about some doggone she can't sleep. I said, girl, if you don't get on somewhere then, she over here trying to manipulate him, talking about her childhood and his childhood and what they went through and they can relate to each other. And I said, yeah, he gonna go. He definitely gonna go. You can see it now. We can see it now. And on the other hand, you got Ridge over here talking about some, what do you say? We give him one more chance. I said, one more chance? You shouldn't have gave him nail chance. Nail chance. You over here, you done gave him 2 chances, 2 outings. He's not going to take it. Y'all not listening. Y'all is not listening. And nobody's seeing the other's perspective still. Okay, so we're going to start with Carter, Eric, Ridge, Steffi, and Justin. So basically, Justin confirms that Carter is now in charge because they still in disbelief. So basically, the whole episode, they all took turns trying to tell Carter, you better than this. It's hope she's in your head or whatever. Well, then they started telling him about himself or whatever. Eric was telling him, he should have fired him after he had an affair, after he went after his wife. I said, well, you didn't. Instead, you know what you did? You gave him permission. Who gonna give somebody permission to have an affair? Or, well, if he gave permission, it wasn't an affair. Well, it started out as an affair, right? But yeah, who gonna give somebody permission to be with their significant other? Married or not? He's talking about some, he should have fired him once he found out basically about him and Quinn. But yeah, they was going off on him, telling him about himself. And he was just still standing there talking about some doggone Hope and the Logans and Brooke this and Brooke that. And I said, dude, that's not going to score you no points. They don't care nothing about no Brooke right now. And they definitely don't care about no Hope. I was hoping that Hope came on this episode because I think Rich supposed to tell her about herself. I forgot what led Eric. Eric was saying something to Carter. And Carter was like, I'm not kicking you out, Eric, or whatever. And he was like, it's my company. I said, it was your company. But yeah, Justin repeats, they both signed their name or whatever. And even Hope was telling Brooke that it's legitimate or whatever because Steffi and Reed signed their name. But yeah, it's official. Carter in charge, y'all. I thought even with those type of documents, they had to get a notary, I think they call it notary or something like that, to sign or watch them sign or something like that. Well, does he act as one of them too? Look, but they done messed up. But Stephanie ends up telling Carter this isn't about Brooke, not completely. It's about Hope. Hope getting in your head. You a good man and all this stuff. And that's when Ridge ends up saying, you know what? Let's forget about everything. Justin's here, you're here. Y'all both great lawyers or whatever. Let's figure out a way to reverse this. How about we give you one last chance? I say, even if Carter was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. I was wrong. I'm sorry and all this stuff. I still fire him. He tricked them. Why not trick him back? Again, I keep saying the same thing. If a snake bites you once, is you gonna trust that snake again? Like, nah, especially not over no female. Well, they keep saying it's not for Hope. He told them he know how to think for himself or whatever. It's not about Hope. It is about Hope because he kept saying it. He kept saying that and the Logan's been mistreated or whatever. Then they showed, did I miss a part about Zendaya, Will and Electra? I know they showed the scene where they was talking about they seen Justin go into the office. So it's some big meeting going on. So they don't know yet. Allegedly, from what I seen, the spoiler says that Zendaya's supposed to quit. And I said, oh, I didn't even think about that. Everybody quitting on them. That show said I didn't even think about everybody quitting on them, on Carter and Hope. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Brooke and Hope was talking about the same thing. Brooke steady trying to convince Hope or talk to Hope and let her know this was wrong or whatever. Steffi mentioned to Carter that he keeps saying how, she was acting on personal feelings and all this stuff, but what's the difference between how you act? And Ridge was like, he's second that basically. And I said, that's true. That's very true. But I was reminded of that when Hope was talking to Brooke. First, Brooke was trying to tell her, she was wrong, Carter was wrong, and everything. They shouldn't have did that. It's not their company. It's Ridge's legacy and all this other stuff or whatever. And Hope just kept mentioning Carter would be a better leader and he would never do this. And he's looking out for me and you and the rest of us. And how many times Steffi this and Steffi that. And she was saying, basically, Brooke was saying, Steffi did do wrong and, she don't agree with her choices or whatever. But this still is wrong. You can't take that company. I said, too little, too late. And Hope was saying to Brooke how they didn't do it out of spite. I said, how come you didn't? I said, that's partially why y'all did it. I said, there's got to be something. I said, that's just like Carter over here to my son, I still love you and all this. Don't nobody want to hear that after you done betrayed them. You think folks gonna actually think you love them and you loyal to them and you doing this because this reason, that reason, you done took their company or you done did something worse or whatever? Come on now, be for real. And let's not even start about Luna and Bill over here. She over here trying to grab his doggone hand and he moved it back. I said, Bill, if you wasn't going to actually believe her, listen to her, or try to help her or whatever, you wouldn't be there. You would not be there. I'm interested to see what he's going to do. If he going to tell her off, if he going to say, you know what, I talked to them. Because her thing is what she said to Poppy. Basically implying that, I was out of my body. I didn't do this. What's it called? What's it called? When they say they crazy or whatever, they didn't do it. They crazy. Insanity something. She pleaded insanity or something like that. But yeah, I said, yeah, she said what she was going to do when she was talking to Poppy that day. But yeah, basically, she was over here trying to grab his hand. He pulled back. She started telling her sob story. What she said? She don't want him to judge her or whatever. You told me about your past, so I'm hoping you don't judge me or something like that. And I said, oh my freaking goodness, Bill. Ain't no way you still sitting here listening to this lady. Then she went on talking about she going through it or whatever. I can't sleep in here. I said, girl. Then what else did she say before we get to that part? I forgot. She was saying so much baloney and Bill just sitting up there. He had the mad look or whatever. But if you really didn't believe her or whatever, you weren't gonna help her or something like that, you wouldn't be there. But then again, they've introduced several storylines and dropped them, so we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, she said something. She just kept going on about her childhood and what she went through. Then she started to get on her mama, try to make him feel like, oh, bad for her. You went through that. That's why you liked it or whatever. But her whole thing is she finna get ready to say she was crazy. She didn't do this, or she was outside her body. I was outside of my body when I did that or whatever. It was like I was watching myself or whatever. Then I was like, okay, the whole Mint situation. Then Poppy says, I don't know, I might be wrong about this, but I could have sworn Poppy was saying, I think, what's her name? Lee was telling her about the mints and if Luna finds out and all this other stuff. So what is Luna over here talking about? Because she started to tell Bill about her mom and she brought all these men and they was doing these substances and all this other stuff. And I was right there on the couch watching them and everything. And I was like, girl. I said, now, I ain't wanting to tell nobody what they went through because you never know or whatever. But at the same time, be for real. Be for real. You just trying to manipulate him. Just like when your mama came or whatever. I think, what did they say? I think it was after her mama came, then they put her back in the cell and she was just smiling and stuff. Doing a little evil smile. But yeah, she over here manipulating him, talking about their history and, you confided in me about your childhood and we wanted the same and we this and we that. And he just over here, just sitting here, eating it all up. But yeah, I said she finna get ready to plead insanity. I wonder when that's gonna happen. When the little trial for her gonna happen, or did they already do it? I don't think they did it yet, have they? But yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have girls today and be safe.